Hello everyone. Wiem, że dzisiaj miała być Karen i wiem, że mieliśmy dzisiaj mieć wywiad z nativem. Niestety pewne rzeczy nas zawiodły dzisiaj bardzo i bardzo Was przepraszam. Może jeszcze nam się uda zrobić. Zobaczymy. Nie jestem pewna. Technologia, różne inne rzeczy, więc jeszcze raz bardzo Was przepraszam. Zrobimy sobie ten live później po prostu. Będziemy musiały, dlatego że Karen jest teraz na Bali, czyli w Indonezji, więc tam są pewne problemy, pojawiają się z przeróżnymi rzeczami, więc próbowałyśmy, dlatego jestem spóźniona i ten live będzie też krótszy. Jestem troszeczkę, powiem Wam szczerze, że jestem troszeczkę zdenerwowana, że tak powiem, lekko i trochę zawiedziona tym wszystkim, no ale trudno. Będziemy musieli sobie to odłożyć. No ale ja postanowiłam i tak zrobić ten live, i tak się tutaj pojawić i zrobimy sobie bez Karen dzisiaj, porozmawiamy sobie trochę. Natomiast tak jak mówię, Karen dołączy do nas, jeżeli się uda, to może nawet teraz, jeżeli się nie uda, to za tydzień albo za jakiś czas. Także wiecie. Przepraszam jeszcze raz, najgoręcej, nie wiem jeszcze ile mogę przepraszać, ale przepraszam Was bardzo. Dobrze, moi drodzy, więc zbliżają się święta, więc postanowiłam sobie, że dzisiaj mieliśmy sobie rozmawiać z Karen o świętach, ale że jej nie ma, to porozmawiamy sobie po prostu, ja Wam powiem mniej więcej, jakich słów możemy używać i co możemy używać, jakich wyrażeń możemy używać, jeżeli mówimy o świętach wielkanocnych. Powiem Wam też o tym, co możemy mówić, jeżeli chodzi o święta wielkanocne w Polsce, bo bardzo często chcemy mu opowiadać innym naszym znajomym z zagranicy, jak spędzamy święta w Polsce, bo nasze święta są inne wielkanocne niż normalnie, niż normalnie, ale w innych krajach, tak, są inne i bardzo często brakuje nam słów, więc Wam powiem o tym dzisiaj również. Mary is okay, greetings from Cebu City. Thank you. Wow, Philippines, right? The Philippines, I think. What are you doing there? I am wondering if do you work there? Are you on prolonged holiday? I am very, very jealous because I live in Portugal, and in Portugal at the moment we don't have very good weather, and it's really miserable. Okay, so zanim zaczniemy, oczywiście pewne rzeczy, które dotyczą tego, co się dzieje w OK English, więc w OK English mamy oczywiście Bootcamp, czyli intensywny kurs angielskiej konwersacji z nativem i zniżka na ten kurs już się skończyła. Skończyła się wczoraj wieczorem. Teraz są tylko zapisy po normalnej cenie i zapisy będą dopóty będziemy mieli miejsca na tym bootcampie. Na razie miejsca są. Zapisało się 7 osób póki co i miejsca są szczególnie z Alaną, która jest z Wielkiej Brytanii. Alana ma miejsca na wczesne i późne popołudnia, na wieczory do 19 godziny. i z Johnem, który jest z południowej Afryki i John uczy od wczesnego południa do wieczora, do godziny 18, więc macie taką okazję i z Johnem i z Alaną. Więc jeżeli ktoś jeszcze nie wie, to Bootcamp to jest właśnie kurs intensywnej konwersacji z nativem, który będzie się odbywał w maju, 11 maja i on trwa cały miesiąc, 4 tygodnie. W ciągu tych 4 tygodni spotykacie się 4 razy w tygodniu z nativem. I rozmawiacie, mówicie, ćwiczycie konwersacje i to jest kurs tylko nastawiony na to, żeby Was rozkręcić, żeby nauczyć Was biegłości, żeby Was przygotować do konwersacji z obcokrajowcem i żeby również przełamać Wasze bariery. Jeżeli potrzebujecie takiego kursu, który Was nauczy przede wszystkim mówić, który Wam poszerzy słownictwo, naprawi Waszą gramatykę, wymowę i różne inne rzeczy, które są związane z językiem angielskim, to ten kurs jest na pewno dla Was. To jest naprawdę intensywna nauka. No i oprócz tego, że rozwija Wasz angielski, to również uczy Was przede wszystkim tego, jak uczyć się efektywnie, jak uczyć się systematycznie i macie kontakt z językiem przez cały czas, nie tylko w czasie lekcji, ale również poza lekcjami, bo zanurzacie się w języku, bo tam jest praca domowa, są różne materiały, które trzeba przygotować, więc zanurzacie się w języku angielskim i pracujecie bardzo, bardzo intensywnie. Po takim miesiącu otwieracie się na rozmowę, przełamujecie bariery, poprawia Wam się rozumienie ze słuchu, więc naprawdę warto. Dla osób, które już są na poziomie B1, A2 nawet, bo też były takie osoby, to jest też idealny kurs. Więc intensywny kurs angielskiej konwersacji, on rusza w maju, teraz już możecie się zapisywać, więc ja tylko tutaj wstawię intensywny kurs angielskiej konwersacji. Wstawię Wam link, żeby było w komentarzu i na ekranie. Możecie oczywiście, jeżeli macie jakieś pytania, to możecie do mnie napisać, ja na pewno odpowiem. Hello Małgorzata, good morning, good morning, good morning. I Magdalena, Bootcamp is great. Magda uczestniczyła w Bootcampie w styczniu i była zachwycona i naprawdę Magda zrobiła mega postępy, bo Magda była w zasadzie, ja uczę Magdę już od jakiegoś czasu, więc była osobą taką no, silnie początkującą. Teraz radzi sobie absolutnie fantastycznie w konwersacji i naprawdę te rezultaty to widać po Magdzie naprawdę. Więc naprawdę tutaj jest, Magda jest takim dowodem na to. Magda says, sounds good. Thanks a lot. Okej, wiecie co? Karen jest i zaraz spróbujemy się z Karen połączyć, ale ja nie jestem pewna, czy to się da. Ale zobaczymy, dobra? Dajcie mi chwilę. Zobaczymy. Czy... Nie wiem. Nie odbiera, więc nie wiem. Może tak, może nie. Nie wiem. Nie wiem, chyba nam dzisiaj to nie wyjdzie. Nie wiem, nie mam pojęcia, słuchajcie. Więc jeszcze raz Was przepraszam. A? Dzwoni. Hi, Karen.
Hello, Joanna. Whoops.
Hold on one second. I am already live, so
Okay.
I will see if we can do this. I don't know. To be Karen, where are you? We're waiting for you.
I know. I'm so sorry. And I want to apologize
Hold on.
to your audience too.
Czy możecie... sorry, Karen, I'll just speak Polish for a bit. Czy możecie mi dać znać, czy wy, Karen, widzicie teraz na ekranie? Jeżeli było widać przez moment. Okej, dobra. Bo powinno nas widać dwie, ale nie wiem, jak to ustawić, więc... teraz może tak mnie widać małe. Okej, dobrze. So they can see you. So that's good.
Okay, good. Hello.
Hi. So I was just actually just about to talk a little bit about Easter for them.
Okay.
But because you're here, so I would like to introduce you to everyone. So this is Karen. Karen is our teacher in OK English. She's our native speaker from the United States. But Karen, I would like you to tell us a few words about yourself.
Okay. I left the United States about 15 months ago and came to Asia. I've been in Thailand and Malaysia and Vietnam. And Bali's my favorite, so I've landed here for several months. I'm back in Bali after a month away. It kind of has my heart here. So from the internet, I met Joanna, and she was looking for teachers for OK English, and I was lucky enough to get a job with her, and I've met some wonderful people from Poland. It's been a joy and a pleasure for me to be able to do that. So currently I'm staying in Bali and not going back to the United States. Big decision.
Not going. So you decided.
Nope. I made my decision this morning.
Oh,
so
well done. Are you moving to the beautiful villa that you
I
chose?
am. Yes, I'm moving tomorrow.
So Karen showed me yesterday beautiful pictures of a villa that she's gonna rent in Bali. So I am very, very jealous. It's amazing.
It's beautiful.
Amazing. So you're moving today or tomorrow?
I am moving tomorrow. And as you know, the prices are way down because there's no tourism here. So I was able to get a villa that normally I would not have made the opportunity for myself to even inquire about it. So I'm really lucky about that. And of course, Joanna, you're always welcome to come here.
Thank you. I wish I could go. Seriously.
There's an extra room. So.
I wish I could go. If the situation was different, I would definitely just board a flight and go to Bali. Magda says hello. Your student.
You. Yeah. Great. Hello.
So Magda was a student of Karen's in the last bootcamp, so they know each other. So tell us a little bit about how is the situation in Bali at the moment? How does it look like?
Well, it's not a lot different as far as I really feel like, and I've talked to a few people about this. Bali has a heartbeat, and it's a very spiritual place, and the heartbeat's just kind of gone, and people are feeling. You can just feel it. And I'm sure that's the way it is in every other city, in every other country. The Indonesians themselves seem to be very upbeat. They are a generous, lovely group of people. So they're not in panic zone or a defeatist attitude, which is wonderful. There are shops that are closed. All the restaurants are closed. The beaches are closed. You can get takeout delivery from Gojek, which is like an Uber for some of you that might be familiar with that. But and I don't know what to say anymore about it. We're just kind of waiting to ride this out, just like everybody else in the world. So
yeah. So it is. How do you get your food and how do you do your shopping?
The grocery stores are open. There's no panic there, but they also don't currently have any social distancing in place. So you can go into the grocery store and it's a little terrifying because there are so many people. So I have found a grocery store that not many people go to, and I just choose a time where I know it's not going to be very busy. And they're encouraging you to get groceries for a couple of weeks and have those in advance. The challenge to that for somebody like me, I can't read most of the products that are on the shelves.
Oh yeah, of course.
So it's not like going in the United States and gathering everything that you're familiar with. I have to take time and say, well, maybe I'll try that today.
All right.
So
You cook for yourself.
I do cook. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
and I love that.
Yeah,
So.
okay, because maybe some people don't know, but in Asia it is. At least I am familiar more with Vietnam and Thailand, but you don't really cook there because
Right.
everything is very cheap and you can just go to a restaurant and have good meal there. So, but people, did you cook before when this all started?
Yes, I mean a little bit because I love all the different foods in these different countries, but I really enjoy some Western food, and I like the way I make it. And another thing, it's more, I mean, truly, the restaurants here, Bali's known for their food, the foodies that come here. Phenomenal restaurants. So I encourage everybody to come to the island and try it when this is all over. But it's, for me, and I mean, most people probably, I'm on a budget. So sometimes it's less expensive for me to make something myself and put some in the freezer and what have you. It is really good food, though.
Yes,
I have to say.
Yes.
It's very good.
Yeah. I remember. And it's quite often it's healthy, right? It's not
Very.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
like in Thailand where it all swims in sauces
No.
and yeah.
No,
So
everybody,
remember
they're the smoothie bowls and the different salads and the grilled meats and the creativity with spices and they've also got restaurants from our cuisine from around the world. So just yesterday I tried some Korean tacos and they were phenomenal. So
sounds good.
it's fun. Yeah.
It sounds good. And where have you traveled to so far before you settled in Bali?
I mean, as far as traveling, I've been to many countries, but here in Asia, I left the United States. I started teaching online, and I'm very interested in the whole digital nomad movement. I love traveling. I've been obsessed with it since I was young. So I came to Chiang Mai, which is one of your favorites.
Yes.
And in fact, to her audience out there, I was lucky enough to meet Joanna in person in Chiang Mai, which was a wonderful. Yeah, that was really great.
Yeah. It was also funny because it's like out of all places you meet people in Thailand, and
I know.
Also with another teacher that teaches for OK English. I also met with him there. So
yes,
we
you
never
did.
met. Yeah, we never met before in other country or in just online. So
Right.
it was kind of funny too.
Yeah, that saying, it's a small world that we have. And I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, maybe it's redundant, but it really is true. And I'm finding that through more travel. So, yeah, that was pretty fun.
So Easter's coming soon. How are you going to spend that time?
Probably working online because I'm obsessed with my computer.
Like all the teachers, I think.
Yes, I do. I mean, it's a different culture here. They're mostly Hindu, but they don't practice the Hindu religion like in India. It's just a little bit different. Beautiful traditions, but obviously they're not able to have their ceremonies or do the things that they do now. And as far as, Westerners, practicing any kind of church going or anything, I think I've only seen one church here since I've been here, and I've been here for about almost 9 months.
Yeah, but
So-
it's a small island, right?
Yeah.
But,
Well, I mean, it's not very.
so,
Yeah.
Yeah. So they probably have mostly Hindu people, and that's why it's only one church.
Right.
So,
Yeah. I mean, and it's a lovely church. I have not gone in, I have to admit, but
yeah.
so, and of course with the digital movement, if I wanted to attend church, I could, pick up any kind of service from the United States or probably anywhere.
Yeah,
I would
yeah, of
imagine, I'm sure the Pope is live, I would imagine, which would be very interesting.
Well, he has his own Twitter account, so I'm sure.
Oh, he does? No, I did not know that.
Yeah, so I'm sure that he will be live.
That's good.
And
yeah.
so are you traditional? Do you celebrate Easter?
Normally in the United States I did, and I have 4 children. They're older now, but so of course one of the traditions that we had And when I was young, and I don't know if people in Europe do this or not, but we decorated hard-boiled eggs. So you'd paint them and hide them. Mom would hide them. We didn't know that. We thought it was that enormous Easter bunny. And she would also hide our baskets filled with candy. And then we would go to church. And then you have a very large Easter dinner. And often it would be like a Christmas gathering where people get together. Not as big as Christmas, and ham was the meat of choice. So, people would order their hams ahead of time or a beef tenderloin. And then when my kids came around and got a little older, we started the little plastic eggs that have candy in them, and you would hide those behind your sofa, behind pillows, and the kids would run around. I just talked to my sister this morning. I thought, when did they change from hard-boiled eggs to candy in eggs? And she reminded me that when I was young, we didn't have plastic eggs then. So, of course, we couldn't hide it.
Of course. So this is actually it's a different tradition. I mean, in Poland, we also decorate hard-boiled eggs, and it's a very... In some regions, it is a very like a big tradition. People really some women used to gather together and do it together. So now we do it. We go to the church. But your tradition with the Easter egg hunt, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure people are familiar, if they're familiar at all with the United States. Easter is a big holiday for the White House. And they do that very large Easter egg hunt out on the Rose Garden. And it's just a wonderful opportunity for children that maybe in another way, shape, or form would be unable to participate in something like that. And in the past, presidents that have had more, I would say, more involved spouses, the First Lady would come together and really create something marvelous for the children with the Easter egg hunt at the Rose Garden. So it's tradition. And I mean, above and beyond that, it's a time for kids to play and everybody to run out and go buy little Easter clothes and, dress up your children really cute in their little frocks. Right? And all the religions are, I mean, I am non-denominational, but, Easter is the celebration of Christ. So in the different religions, the traditions that they would have in their services would be different than maybe some I would go to. But what about you? What does Europe do as far as services?
We have I think our tradition is quite unique when it comes to Easter. So we, first of all, on Saturday, so we prepare a little basket on Fridays usually. So you have colorful eggs there.
Right.
And a little bit of sausage, a little bit of bread, salt and pepper. And we put it in a very nicely decorated basket. So it always has like white cloth there and it looks really pretty. And then you go to the church on Saturday and with the basket. Mm-hmm. And the priest blesses the food.
Oh, wow.
And we usually, traditionally, we would fast also before that blessing. So once the priest blesses the food, then you can eat normally, and you can eat sausage and you can eat whatever. And then Sunday we have the breakfast, which is very so it usually includes very traditional dishes plus the basket that takes place in the middle of the table. And on Monday we have a wet Monday, I would say. I think there is a name. I can't remember the name in English of the translation of it, but we used to pour each other with water. So you would go on the street. So that was the tradition came from where the boys in the villages pick on girls and they used to pour cold water on them. But it was a tradition for a very long time, but then it became a problem because old people used to go to church and the kids used to pour water on them, and it wasn't like it was buckets of water and not was
Right.
so
Okay.
yeah, so a lot of people had accidents and there were lots of problems with it. So I think they stopped it. I think it's not really as common on the streets at the moment, although I haven't been to Poland for Easter for a very long time, so I don't know.
Do you decorate outside for Easter, or do you have Easter decorations inside?
Inside mostly, not outside on the houses or not
Right.
on shops or no, in the shops, yes. In the shops you have some decorations, some sales, of course, but not like for Christmas. You don't have anything on the streets or anything. How about you? Do you have that too?
Yeah, the United States decorates. Halloween is probably the most decorated holiday, which really astounds me. I thought it was Christmas, but Easter, yeah, beautiful. Beautiful Easter decorations, hanging eggs from trees that are, bunnies all over the place, and it's just really cute. It's a sweet holiday. In fact, it's really probably a great time right now to have it. Whether people have to do their celebrations together on Skype or, whatever platform they choose. It's such a lovely holiday, and it's spring and it's life again. And so I think that it's coming to life again, I guess. So it's a perfect opportunity right now for everyone.
Yeah, probably. And I think like this year it will be definitely different and kind of tough for many people. In Poland, for
Absolutely.
example, don't think they can gather together from different houses they need to stay in. So, people will be lonely during this holiday.
Yeah, the United States is the same. They're in lockdown for the most part, most of the cities. There are some states that have chosen not to. However, they're really making use of this digital age in our computers, and many people are having gatherings, every other day with all their friends, dinner parties. Everybody will cook their own dinner and then sit in front and have dinner parties together.
Right,
So,
dinner parties.
I mean, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
But
Do you also go crazy like during Christmas or before Christmas with shopping and
oh yeah, Christmas is
gifts?
nuts.
Yeah,
Yes,
really.
Christmas is insane.
But
And
Easter is not the same. Easter is a bit different.
all right, well, then that's what I was, trying to, I guess, allude to. Easter is just sort of a more peaceful holiday. And there's no overconsumption, there's no gift buying. It's a chance to just sort of, whatever religion you're in, if you are a Christian, it's a time to celebrate Christ and the traditions in your religion. And it's a time for family to come together. And it's really, I vividly remember, it's the time when kids go outside and play all together, even in their little Easter outfits. And mothers get all upset because they get dirty. But that's okay. It's the first time sort of after winter, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's pretty. You have Easter markets, don't you, in Europe?
No, I don't think so. No.
I know you have Christmas markets.
Christmas markets, yeah.
You have
All the
Easter.
countries have Christmas markets at the moment,
Right.
but I don't think we have Easter markets. Do you have Easter markets?
No, we don't. But it seems like I was in Prague a couple years ago, and there was an Easter market going up. In fact, I'm almost positive, like a big Easter market in the square. And I missed it because I was leaving and heading back.
Yeah,
To Italy.
I think that might be either something new or something that they just came up with. For
A marketing concept,
yeah, exactly, just to sell things.
right?
But of course, I think in Poland people don't really go because we also we give the kids usually get small presents during that time, but people don't really go crazy when it comes to shopping. But the grocery, because really this is the time when we eat a lot and we
Right.
eat different things that you wait for
Of
a long
course,
time.
yeah.
So grocery shopping is usually crazy.
Yeah.
But not retail or any clothes or anything like that, toys. That's
No.
not, no.
Do you think that the grocery stores now for Easter, you're in Portugal, do you think that the grocery stores are going to be a lot more people wanting to wait in line, obviously outside, but going in to make these dinners, or do you think people will sort of? I think there's a comfort in tradition.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So perhaps they will, but with the social distancing, I don't know how they do it in Europe. In the States, you have a certain hour or two where elderly come in, and then so you wait till your time frame to come into the store.
I think in Poland they have that I don't actually know, but here they don't have this, but we have to queue beef outside of the supermarket or the shop. And I am not really sure how this is going to be. Usually the Portuguese here, they don't really celebrate Easter like we do in Poland, and they usually go out to a restaurant. They more. This is the time when it gets really warm outside, so they want to be outside. So they usually go to cafes or restaurants. So they don't really shop that much. But in Poland, this time is crazy usually in the shops. There's just no way you can just do your shopping in peace. It's crazy. Right. So I don't know how this is going to be. We need to do some shopping this week. So
well, then you'll find out, and you'll have to inform us what it's like there, right?
Yeah, of course.
I really have no idea what it's going to be like in Bali. It's my first Easter here, and when you're in a country like this. Christianity is not the norm. There are Christians here, definitely, and so as far as the way that they celebrate, I really don't know. It's interesting, isn't it? The different traditions in the world.
Yeah. But they do they have something that they also celebrate during this time now? Because it's a special time usually when the summer starts or the spring starts, right? So. Usually, they had a day called Nyepi Day, and that was about a week and a half ago. And this is every year, and it's called Silent Day, and everyone stays in their houses. Every single thing is closed. You are not allowed on the streets. You can't go anywhere. If you're in a hotel, you have to stay on the grounds in your hotel. If you're in a villa, you don't leave your villa. So people have to be prepared ahead of time. Now, the night before, there are large, wonderful parades, normally. And the traditional dress that they wear is beautiful, incredible. And the feeling, I've been to some of their celebrations, not Nyepi Day. That's the night before. And so they could not do that this year. That's sad, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, some still did. But everybody still honored it, which I thought was lovely. And I felt really honored, and I've been honored, I feel, to be part of holidays in these countries that I've traveled to.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
I'm actually interested in also the religions that you have in the States, because of course you have minorities like Hindu, Buddhist, and all that. But the thing that fascinates me is the different kinds of Christianity. And you have so many churches.
I know. Oh no, it's kind of a joke. I got to tell you the truth. And the state that I'm from is Michigan, and we joke in the city that I'm from that every corner there's a church. You can always find a church, and it used to be maybe more traditional, but now, with this, even from the Gen X and everything that was coming up, and then the millennials, and people don't really do that as much of a tradition anymore. So having a lot of these churches, it's a little bit of a conundrum, let me say. It's just an odd situation. I have always thought it was different. Presbyterians, Episcopalians, non-denominational, Catholics, Christian Reformed, Lutheran. I personally have no clue as to what the separation is.
I wanted to ask you, what is the difference?
Some of them are, Christian Reformed is really strict. And they don't do things on Sundays, and I know that I grew up next to a Christian Reformed family, and these kids were never, it seemed like they were never allowed to do anything, so they have their own restrictions on things for whatever reason. And the other ones, I honestly wish I could tell you, but I can't. I'd be misquoted.
But you are not Catholic. You are
no. Just Christian.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you say? So how do you see the difference between,
Well,
Catholics and your religion?
I am non-denominational, so I have not declared a specific, religion. I'm not Episcopalian. I'm not Presbyterian. I'm not blah, blah,
Okay.
blah. Okay. But Catholics in the States, and I don't know if they do this all over, but they've got all the same traditions, catechism, and and I can't remember when the little girls get their little veils and their
Oh, First
headpiece.
Communion.
Yeah, I always wanted to be Catholic then because I wanted to have a little a veil. I was like, why can't we be Catholic? Can I at least go back?
That's a great reason.
Right?
Only
It's
for
just
that.
so wonderful. So they still do those things. I tried Catholicism. The only thing I didn't care for personally, and I mean, it's beautiful for whoever supports it. I'm an advocate for all religions. So, but it was very repetitive. So I felt like it was, everything was reading from the Bible or the hymnals that were not up to date, and people were standing up and kneeling and sitting down and kneeling and tradition. And people that embrace that, more power to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me, I'm a more upbeat, new age thinker, and so non-denom really gives you guidance. It's almost like therapy. You can go into your church, and yes, it is Christian based, but they also don't look at you and say, your beliefs need to be this. We're going to give you this information. You can relate it to your life if you choose to. And it works if you choose to use it. And then the band plays and it's cool. And the music's no hymnals or anything. It's just good music. Well,
Good
Christian
vibe.
music.
Good vibe.
Really good stuff. Good rock, Christian rock. So it's cool, right?
Yeah. So you've been brought up in this religion, or you changed?
Yeah. No, I was brought up in it. And like I said, I tried Catholicism. And I was fascinated by it, so I wanted to see what it was all about. And
It's
had
not
a couple
only about white dresses and veils.
I know. I was really sad.
Unfortunately, it's not.
I was one of those girls who was always fascinated with the whole princess wedding thing, right?
Yeah. Well, Magda says in Portugal we have it too in some stores, special hours for the elderly and health service and police. Oh, I didn't even know that we have that actually. So it's good to know. It's good to know in case I go to the shop and
I know, right? Well, did people go to church on Sundays then in Portugal? Like, what are you going to do for Easter?
We decided that I am not religious, so I don't. And Easter has always been for me the holiday that I don't really like that much, because in my home it was always very strict with the tradition, and I really didn't like it, and so I don't really celebrate it much. But usually I have some good food, so we decided with Chris that we are going to watch movies and just relax and eat because I'm on a diet. So, but I decided to have a cheat day on Easter, so I'm gonna have pizza.
Okay, actually sounds really good.
Yeah, but they here in Portugal they have Catholics like us in Poland, so they do go to church on Sundays and Saturdays, I think. So, but church is not allowed now, so it's all closed.
Right.
So I don't know how this is going to work out.
And I think it's I stopped going to church a long time ago, and I am Christian, but I have kind of a funky belief in things, and I'm not going to get into that. I'm very spiritually inclined, and I am a firm believer in our energies in the universe, and so I kind of probably have created a little bit of my own, and it works for me, so I'm good with it.
Yeah, it's
right?
good.
And it does not include having to go to church, because I just have always thought that should be someone's decision to make.
Yeah, I agree. Right. I agree. I think it's completely, absolutely. Okay, Karen. We are about to finish. Thank you so much for joining us.
For being late, everybody. It's totally my fault. And Joanna had prepared me, and I blanked out.
Okay, that's okay.
So I apologize.
I was a little stressed about it, and it's it always stresses me out. But I'm glad that we met, and that it all worked out. And I hope that you will join us in the future again.
Yes, and I'll be a little bit more coiffed for that, right?
You look beautiful,
so
and no.
It was really fun, and I'm really grateful for you for having me, and thank you for your acceptance of my apology and having me on, even though I was late. So I appreciate that.
That's okay. It was here. Magda says thank you so much. We all appreciate that you could join us. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Probably.
Yeah, I hope so.
Thank
all
you.
right, take
Bye.
care, everybody. Stay
Bye.
safe.
Okej. Dobra, więc skończyliśmy. Ja się z Wami też już będę żegnać powoli. Dziękuję Wam bardzo za dołączenie do nas, wysłuchanie. Mam nadzieję, że się czegoś nauczyliście, że tutaj dobrze wszystko słyszeliście i nauczyliście się czegoś nowego i nie tylko jakichś nowych słówek czy cokolwiek, tylko też między innymi jak się obchodzi święta Wielkanocy w innych częściach świata i w innych krajach. Pamiętajcie, że zajęcia z Karen dostępne są w Bootcampie OK English. Podaję Wam na ekranie, macie adres naszej strony i tam jest formularz tam oczywiście znajdziecie wszystkie informacje dotyczące bootcampu, ale tam jest oczywiście też formularz do wypełnienia i ten formularz, jak wypełnicie, on przychodzi do mnie i ja Was umawiam. Oczywiście nie tylko Karen jest dostępna w naszym bootcampie. Z nią zrobiłam akurat tutaj wywiad, dlatego że jej godziny po prostu pasują, natomiast Alana i wszyscy inni mieszkają obecnie w krajach, gdzie po prostu musieliby wstać o 3 rano i zrobić ten live. Dlatego Karen tutaj najbardziej nam pasowała. Ale oczywiście jest jeszcze Alana i jest John i jest Dan. I wszyscy są dostępni póki co na godziny szczególnie wczesnopopołudniowe, popołudniowe i wieczorne, ale są też poranne, więc możecie się zgłaszać i ja na pewno Was tutaj dopasuję charakterami, poziomem i sposobem nauczania, bo pamiętajcie, że również zajęcia w bootcampie nie są tylko intensywnymi zajęciami konwersacji, ale przede wszystkim są tu również spersonalizowane, czyli również dopasowywane do Was, do Waszego poziomu, do tego, co chcecie osiągnąć i do każdego podchodzimy indywidualnie, dlatego w OK English jest tylko 4 nauczycieli, a nie 20 czy 50 i którzy przyjmują tylko określoną liczbę osób i tylko z nimi pracują, więc to są naprawdę bardzo indywidualne i bardzo spersonalizowane lekcje i takie właśnie chcemy prowadzić, żeby do Was w ten sposób podchodzić. Więc jeszcze raz okenglish.eu/bootcamp, widzicie to na ekranie, wchodzicie na stronę, czytacie wszystko i wysyłacie mi wiadomość, a ja Was już tam zorganizuję, jeżeli chodzi o nauczycieli. No i co? Przychodzą święta, więc Happy Easter to everyone, and I hope you will have a great time. Even though it's not, the ideal situation and it's hard for a lot of people, but I hope that you will enjoy it anyway. And I will see you on Tuesday next week. W następnym tygodniu widzimy się we wtorek, a nie w poniedziałek, bo w poniedziałek jest oczywiście święto, więc będziemy się widzieć we wtorek rano. A ja z Wami się już żegnam. Dziękuję Wam bardzo serdecznie za udział w live'ie i do zobaczenia, do usłyszenia. Na razie.